Welcome to the Hard Hit. I'm Ben Waterhouse, alongside Bryce Lander and Brian Young. First, we'll be talking about close division winners' predictions. Divisions like the NFC East, AFC West, NFC North, and AFC North. Bryce, what do you think about that?
I'm personally going to start off with the NFC East, a very close division. We have a lot of good teams, such as the Cowboys and the Giants. I personally think are the top two in that division. I personally think the Cowboys will be able to pull off the division victory. I think by 2 or 3 games over the Giants, and I think the Redskins and the Eagles will be pretty even. I think the Eagles will be a little bit better than the Redskins this year, considering the Redskins lost a number of pieces such as Pierre Garçon. The Cowboys just have too many weapons, for me.
Yeah. Brian, what do you think about the NFC East?
I think the NFC East, I think it'll start competitive, but then it'll be, towards the end of the season, it'll be clear that it's between the Cowboys and the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, the NFC East is ridiculously competitive. I think the Redskins, they did really well for a couple years, but I think they've just fallen out of it after they lost Deshaun Jackson and Pierre Garçon. And the Eagles, well, the Eagles might be the wild card in this bunch. Remember, they got second-year quarterback Carson Wentz in there, and a plethora of new upcoming talent. So you should probably be keeping an eye on the Eagles. Bryce, what do you think about the AFC West?
I'm personally taking the Raiders in this one. Now, I'm taking the Raiders for one reason. There's no quarterback to lead that Broncos team. They need somebody under center, like a Peyton Manning, for example, which they had, to just lead that team to the division victory. I feel like there's going to be too many interceptions. As for the Raiders, they have Khalil Mack, a defensive force, a weapon. Man, can he tackle that quarterback and get by those defenders. And I also think that Derek Carr is going to start shining like he did last year before he got injured. And I'm thinking about the Chiefs being pretty close with the Broncos, but I think they'll be just 1 or 2 games behind the Raiders for that division. What do you think, Brian?
I think it's clear the Raiders are going to win this division. I think Lynch makes a very big difference for the Raiders. Last year, Latavius Murray, he's a great running back, but Lynch is a greater running back, and he is really going to help Derek Carr. When Derek Carr's arm is sore, he can just give the ball to Lynch time and time again. He's very reliable.
Yeah, the NFC West is pretty darn competitive, but the Raiders are going to come out on top again this year. And I guess pending injury, right? Because remember, Derek Carr had that injury last season. It killed it killed like how far they were going to go in the playoffs. Ended up getting knocked out first round. So we'll have to keep an eye on the health of many of the Raiders players. Bryce, what do you think? Brian, what do you think about the NFC North?
Well, I think the NFC North is the Packers division still. Detroit always shows a smoke screen at the beginning of the year, and then they fall apart at the end of the year and lose control. I don't know what happens there every year in Detroit. Chicago, obviously, they're tanking with Mitch Trubisky and Mike Glennon, trying to rebuild and trying to build up to get a team that can beat the Packers. And then the Vikings are going to have to try and do something with Teddy Bridgewater still injured. His career could be threatened by this injury, and also they lost Adrian Peterson.
I agree with Brian completely on this topic. I think the Packers will pull out the division by at least 4 games, or 3 or 4, because there's no other team in that division that's going to be able to put up a fight besides the Vikings. But honestly, Teddy Bridgewater I don't think he'll be the same, and I don't feel like the Packers have the Vikings have a good enough defense to hold down Aaron Rodgers, because boy, can he really affect defenses.
So let's quickly go through the AFC North. Bryce, what do you think?
I think the Ravens are pulling this out.
I think the Steelers.
Actually, I'm sorry. As I think about it, I think Steelers actually, I agree, by 1 game. Now, can we talk MVP here for a short minute?
MVP, I'm gonna say that the MVP will probably be Derek Carr. I think Oakland will have a spectacular season this year. They will totally blow away the AFC.
I personally think it will be Aaron Rodgers under center for the Green Bay Packers. I think that he's just going to put such a big effect and lead his team very far this year. As for the Super Bowl, I personally think it'll be Patriots-Packers, Packers pulling out the victory this year.
All right, and then I'll quickly make my pick. It will be the Packers over the Raiders.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us on The Hard Hit. I'm Benjamin Waterhouse, joined by Bryce Lander and Ryan Young, who will see you next time.